Hey everybody. So today's video is kind of a sad one. As some of you may know, here in Cincinnati or in Ohio in general, we are about to go into probably another lockdown here in a few weeks. So this may be our last gaming session for a while, unless I run some games just with very close friends and family. But I went ahead and set the table up anyway for a game this weekend. Hopefully we're still going to do it. More than likely. Going to do it Friday night, but we'll see. So the backstory for this story or this particular scenario is pretty simple. There is a particular benefactor the party has worked for before, several times in the past, to acquire certain items of power and items of research for this particular archmage. Come to find out, his basement/vault was broken into by what they believe are small little dragon people. So probably kobolds. The party doesn't know at first, but they're going to probably make an assumption, rightfully so, that these are kobolds. They set off some magical traps. The party will learn how they got into the basement or vault area down in the lower catacombs. So they are welcomed back into the wizard's home. They make their way down 2 levels down to the very basement below the tower. And of course, there's this nice vaulted cage. They go in and they see some dead security guards. At first, they don't see anything else in the basement area. And then they notice these little creatures crouching behind treasure vaults, and that, of course, they immediately launch a surprise attack. Lots of slings, lots of little crossbows, and some spears and stuff. So I've replaced the terrain around where kind of depends on how many players. If I'm going to have probably 2 kobolds per player and then 1 spellcaster. So depending on how many players are going to be at that game is going to be quite dependent how many enemies are going to be. But there's going to be lots of places for them to hide behind and get cover. Some of them are going to have full cover. So of course the party's going to make their way in there, get ambushed immediately. They see the 2 locked doors, the one of which is slightly open, I should say. The one's locked. They are told not to go into this chamber here. They do see where the door is just barely ajar. It's still barred where someone's tried to pull it open, but they're not sure why, but they've been told not to enter that. Down that way, of course, they see the idol that they searched for earlier, and then the sarcophagus of the eye mummy creature that they fought not too long ago has been placed down there in the vault. And of course, there's an animated set of animated set of armor that is walking around patrolling in that particular area. So the party may be led to believe this is an extremely, extremely sensitive or still being researched area for treasure. Of course, there's some piles of gold. They do notice that it looks like the kobolds have been counting out coins, like gold coins specifically, and then bagging them up and then taking them down this way. Now, it does appear that some of the metal bars have basically been either burnt, either by fire or acid. And of course, in this chamber, they're going to encounter a worm priest, which is basically a cleric of the kobold gods where they worship one particular dragon or the dragon deities. And he does have access to some treasure he's found, so he has a couple scrolls. That's going to make him a little bit more challenging. It's not going to give away too much, I should say, on what type of scroll he's going to have access to. Needless to say, there's going to be some summoning spells. And one particular creature that he's going to have access to summon is a very, very unusual creature for a summoning spell. So should be kind of challenging, a little fun, a little bit different. If the party, for some reason, does finish up the kobold area, this ramp is actually supposed to be going down, not up, but couldn't figure out a really good way to describe that, so I just made it upwards instead. So basically, there's another level of the kobold warrens or burrows down below. And hopefully the party just tries to basically chase them off and not kill them all, since they are somewhat neutral. Of course, they are trying to loot. Of course, they're after gold and things like that so they can protect their lair. If the party does explore into this room, which they are not supposed to, they find a very, very lethal slug. I know that's not going to sound very exciting, but this particular creature has a super, super strong poison by touch. So if it does get close enough to them, it can touch them or can spit up to 20 foot. And it's a paralyzing slime or mucus, if you will. But like I said, it should be a fairly quick, fairly fun little mini adventure. One of our players is very, very big into linguistics, where he wants to learn all the different types of races. He does have Draconic, so he is going to have the ability to speak with the kobolds if he wishes to, and try and negotiate. Of course, their biggest thing is they have a kind of their own little backstory about why they're trying to get things to protect their colony or their lair. And of course, the priest has his own kind of little hidden agenda. But yeah, so like I said, it should be a fairly simple, fairly fun little quick adventure module. I did want to point out, like I said, the Plaguestone curved pieces. If anyone's never used those before, a really, really nice way, kind of to make kind of like a little vault or like a little caged area. Exciting. But yeah, so all in all, like I said, I think this little scenario should last us about 3 to 4 hours, probably closer to the 4 hours with a little bit of role playing. But should be pretty exciting and pretty fun. So, all right, everyone, thank you for watching, and hopefully you all are staying safe. Hopefully, if you guys are having any games, you guys are able to continue doing so. Like I said, this may be the last video for a while, depending on when we get locked down officially. I really don't want to invite a bunch of people over, because my wife might freak out if I do. So, but like I said, it's for the best. So, all right, everybody, thank you for watching, and I will catch you on the next video. Bye-bye.